Right now, dangerous heat moving into the area for the week. What kind of temperatures you should expect and where you can go to cool off.
Also, the GOP debate in Milwaukee is only a couple days away. We'll preview what to know ahead of the event.
Later, here's something you don't want to see in a pool as some unwelcome guests make themselves at home at a Wisconsin hotel. We welcome you to News 3 now at 6. And good evening. Thanks for joining us. We begin with the weather, where temperatures all across southern Wisconsin will be soaring to dangerously high levels.
Some areas could be seeing up to triple digits. An alert day is in the forecast for tomorrow through Thursday. And we have team coverage on these upcoming conditions and how some coaches are handling them during sports practices. But first, let's check the first warn forecast with Chief Meteorologist Gary Canaldi.
Well, Charlotte, you can already feel the humidity out here, but it's not too bad yet. Tomorrow will be a different story, and it'll really be different for Wednesday and Thursday. We have first warn weather alert days in the forecast from tomorrow through Thursday for high temperatures, especially Wednesday and Thursday. That could be up around 100 degrees, but you factor in the humidity, and it'll feel like between 105 and 110 degrees, and that is just dangerously hot. Heat advisory has been issued for Dane County and areas to the south, as well as Juneau County for tomorrow. However, to the west, already excessive heat warnings have been issued for tomorrow into Wednesday, and then heat watch after that. For Dane County and areas to the east, an excessive heat watch from Wednesday through Thursday. So all of southern Wisconsin could be dealing with that excessively high heat and near record high heat as well. Visible cloud track shows we've had a little bit of cloud cover today, but take a look out to the west, western portions of Iowa, the lower left corner of your screen. See how the skies clear out? That's a sign that the air is sinking and warming and getting hotter, and that's what's heading in our direction. Current temperatures right now, 80 in Madison, pretty comfortable, 70s to the north and east. Little warmer, though, over southwestern Wisconsin. Notice Prairie du Chien, they're at 85 degrees. Here in Dane County, we're seeing temperatures right around 80 degrees. It's 80 in Sun Prairie, 80 in Waunakee, 81 in Sauk City. However, dew point temperatures are starting to climb. They're already in the upper 60s close to the Mississippi River. You factor in the temperature and the dew point, and already we're seeing heat index readings around 90 in Boscobel and 89 in Prairie du Chien. These numbers will go up from there. Look for temperatures this evening to drop off to the lower 70s by late evening, with skies partly cloudy. But tomorrow, those temperatures will soar, and so will the humidity. I'll tell you how hot and how hot it'll feel, and how much humidity there'll be in just a few minutes.
Well, as temperatures move into dangerously high levels, it'll become even more important to stay hydrated if you plan on being outside.
That especially goes for sports teams. Fall season's already underway for many high school athletes in the area, and there's more now on coaches and how they're trying to keep athletes safe. Let's go to Jalen Banks on the city's west side. He's at Mansfield Stadium at Bell Phillips Memorial High School. Jalen?
So with, the summer season heating up and with the fall season for sports heating up for soccer and football, it's really important, as you guys said, to stay hydrated. In the past, though, for a lot of turf fields, one of the things that they would use for the filling were black rubber pellets. But if you look down on the ground here with the turf now, it has a wood filling for the turf, and with the wood filling for the different turf field here at Mansfield Stadium. It's different than the typical rubber pellets because it keeps the field 20 to 30 degrees cooler than it normally would be for rubber pellet fields. And one of the reasons as to why it stays cooler with the wood filling as opposed to the rubber filling is it does a great job of sucking in moisture. And especially on a rainy day, the following day, it would be 40 degrees cooler than it would be for a turf field. And so the soccer team, they just finished up their soccer practice here at Mansfield Stadium, and they actually have some day practices and games later this week. Fortunately, again, they do have the wood filling as opposed to the turf filling, because even on the days that we're going to see with 90+ degree heat and maybe even triple digits, it'll be 20 to 30 degrees cooler ideally than it normally would be with the rubber pellets. And so again, stay hydrated, try to stay as cool as possible, and as always, you can keep up with all of our weather with our First Warn Weather app. Back to you guys in the studio.
All right, Jalen, thank you. And as the heat ramps up this week after the following buildings will be available as cooling centers in Beloit, the Public Library and the Transit Transfer Center. They're both open. Meanwhile, in Middleton, City Hall, Senior Center, Public Library, open between 9 and 4. Both Middleton's fire department and police department are open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Verona also has locations open during the day. And you can stay up to date on these hot temperatures with our First Warn Forecast weather app. Hourly forecast, road conditions, the latest radar. Download it for free in your phone's app store. Just search WISC weather. Wisconsin will play host to one of the biggest political events of the year, hosting the first Republican presidential debate that's set for Wednesday.
Political reporter Will Keneally is on the ground in Milwaukee, just outside the debate site with the latest.
We'll have at least 8 candidates on the debate stage here behind me in Milwaukee. Now, that can be a lot to sift through, which is why we asked political experts like former Governor Scott Walker on what you need to listen to cut through all the noise. He says candidates will walk a line between making themselves known on stage while also providing clear policy points for voters to understand.
Donald Trump caught people's attention 8 years ago because, particularly in the debates and in his rallies, he was very clear. He was going to build the wall. He was going to drain the swamp. There were clear, concise things that he was going to do, that he was focused on. People believed it. He acted on those things, and that's why he ended up winning the presidency in 2016.
Now, former President Donald Trump will not be on the debate stage this week, instead opting to do a separate interview. We will have full coverage leading up to the debate here in Milwaukee. Reporting from Milwaukee, Will Keneally, News 3 Now.
Police in Fitchburg are investigating a Saturday afternoon murder-suicide that left a man and a woman dead. The Fitchburg Police Department said its officers responded to a welfare check about 3 p.m. Saturday afternoon at a home in the 2800 block of Rimrock Road. When officers arrived, they found a 39-year-old woman and a 38-year-old man who police said had a relationship and lived together at that residence, dead from apparent gunshot wounds. Autopsy showed the woman died from multiple gunshot wounds. The man died of a self-inflicted gunshot wound.
A law enforcement agent with the Wisconsin DCI will stand trial next March in a case involving the shooting of Quadron Wilson last February. Mark Wagner is scheduled to stand trial from March 18th to the 29th. He's charged with endangering the public when he fired on a suspect as part of an arrest operation involving multiple agencies. Wilson was in his car when a ream of law enforcement agencies performed a maneuver, boxing Wilson's car in an attempt to arrest him, who was wanted on drug charges. Wagner was first in line in a string of agents approaching the car and is accused of firing into the car carelessly, putting the public in danger. Wagner's defense team argued that Wagner used deadly force before he believed Wilson was shooting at him, so he fired back. But a gun was never found in Wilson's car or on Wilson.
At least one home on Madison's southeast side was without power yesterday after a crash involving a Badger bus coach. Madison Fire Department officials said a full-size coach bus struck a tree, damaged a street light, knocked down a power pole, and damaged a second tree. This was in the 4800 block of Dutch Mill Road. It happened about 11:15 in the morning. Police temporarily blocked traffic to the area and a driveway to a mobile home park. There were no passengers on the bus at the time of the crash, but the driver had to stay on board because the bus was covered in power lines. The driver was then able to exit the bus when they turned off power to those lines, and fire crews then cleared the scene.
Janesville police are searching for a man who they say was last seen earlier this month. 55-year-old Tracy Snyder was last contacted on August 8th. He's about 6 feet tall and 200 pounds with brown hair and brown eyes. Anyone with information on Snyder's whereabouts is urged to contact Janesville Police, the Rock County Communications Center, or Crime Stoppers.
Well, guests staying at a hotel in Germantown outside Milwaukee found some unwelcome patrons joining them in the pool and the hot tub. Snakes. Michelle Greasy captured the incident on camera. She found one in the hot tub. Public health report says while an inspector was at the hotel testing the pool and hot tub, they discovered a snake skin and told the manager to contact professional pest control company. Greasy wasn't the only one removing snakes.
I literally watched the snake slither under this person's door. So I knocked on this gentleman's door and he came out and I was like, well, there's a snake in your room. And he's like, yeah, I see that. So he grabbed a plunger to try to catch the snake.
Well, the public health report says one staff member hypothesized that hotel guests were leaving the exterior fire exit doors open, and the thought is that a pregnant snake may have slithered inside.
No, thank you.
And created a few more snakes. Coming up on News 3 Now at 6, a couple of musical performances are returning to Madison in a couple of months.
Plus, the director of the Madison Public Library plans to retire next year. Hear what he has to say about the future of Madison's library system.
Send them back to school looking and seeing their best. Get premium eyewear and A+ patient care from the experienced team at Shopko Optical. Cross off eye exams on your back-to-school checklist. Schedule their comprehensive exam today.
Give any room a fresh look with 11% off Mohawk flooring at Menards. Mohawk tile features ceramic, porcelain, and mosaic tiles to fit any decor. Clean Protect Point Park floor and wall tiles protect against bacteria. Just $159 each after 11% rebate. Elevate your other living spaces with Mohawk's laminate flooring. Mohawk laminate floors are durable, waterproof, and easy to install. Perfect Seal Conception's 10 laminate flooring is $249 per square foot after 11% rebate.
Save big money at Menards. Trust your feet to Morgan's shoes.
Why Nout? Why not? Feel the comfort and durability of Nout footwear at Morgan Shoes. Nout shoes and sandals feature full-grain leathers in a multitude of colors. Nout's cork and latex composite insole is designed for daily comfort and support, and they are made to last. You'll enjoy Nout's luxury. Shop Morgan Shoes Hilldale for your next pair.
Morgan Shoes, trusted since 1961.
Morgan Shoes Hilldale.
I'm Randy Bump with Bump Farms, and this is my John Deere. So I'm a sixth-generation farmer. Our farm was homesteaded here in 1846. I think the thing that makes Sohn stand out the most for me is probably the people, the products, and the service. Whether it's bulk oil delivery, bulk DEF delivery, the Sloan helpline, I mean, they're always there for me. And I've actually had them open up on a Sunday and get parts for me so I can keep a combine running. And that's why I think Sloan's first.
What you see is important. That makes quality eye care important too. Get personalized care from experienced optometrists at Shopko Optical. Better eye care. You'll see. Shopko Optical welcomes more insurance plans than ever. Call to book an exam and verify coverage.
You're watching News 3 Now at 6.
After serving more than 10 years as director of the Madison Public Library, Greg Mickles will be calling it a career next February. Mickles says the decision to enter retirement was not an easy one, but with his departure just a few months away, Mickles says he's optimistic in the future of Madison's library system.
It's not even hoping. I know that this organization, with the people that it has, will continue to be successful and continue to be a valuable resource for the community.
Since 2012, Mickles' work as director has taken him to libraries all over the world, from China to Denmark to even the Gambia in West Africa.
The Kids in the Rotunda performance series is returning to Overture Center's Rotunda stage in October. That lineup features 30 Saturday performances and 2 holiday performances. Each one will have 3 showings. The free series is open to families, kids of all ages, and is meant to give kids a chance to see a wide range of performance art, from folk singers to Indian dance.
So we'll have storytelling, we have drumline, we have hip hop, we have new this year, Canopy Dance is doing a Garba presentation as well. So there's really just a lot of different opportunities to try new things, see familiar favorites, and just be together through the arts.
And that series runs from October 7th through April 27th. And the Wisconsin Union isn't ready to say goodbye to summer just yet, with plans of hosting one last Lakefront Live concert this season. Lakefront Live Encore will be held September 7th from 5 to 8 at the Memorial Union Terrace. Wisconsin-born artist Sleepy Gaucho will perform, with the stage actually facing Lake Mendota for this one. Paddlecraft and inflatable inner tubes will be available for rent, or attendees can simply use their own. And there will also be some seating on the terrace for those who want to enjoy the show from dry land. For more information, check out this story at channel3000.com. And still ahead, Madison's K-9 unit holding its largest fundraiser since the pandemic.
Plus, it's not just college athletes taking advantage of the new name, image, and likeness rules. Meet the UW band member who just signed a deal with a well-known gas station.
And alert days are in the forecast for excessive heat this week. Gary will have the latest in his complete forecast.
Dust and debris can leave your carpets, upholstery, and more looking dull and dirty. Stanley Steamer certified technicians can remove the buildup and restore your home to a cleaner and healthier space. For a fresh start this season, call or go online to schedule your deep cleaning with Stanley Steamer today.
I can Construction invites you to celebrate summer with our hot summer sale. We're talking about hot savings of 23%. Many of your neighbors already know how we strive to meet and exceed expectations with each and every project. That's why they voted us Best Roofer 3 years in a row. Experience the best of Madison for yourself with Fry Construction. Get on board for our hot summer sale. Save 23% off gutters or insulation with any full siding project. Schedule your consultation today at fryconstruction.com.
Do you suffer from chronic or severe back or neck pain? Did you know that there is now a treatment method available right here at Midwest Spine and Nerve Center that offers hope of avoiding spinal surgery for those suffering with bulging, herniated, or degenerative discs? Our therapies help reduce pain related to these conditions and have a high success rate in helping people just like you avoid back or neck surgery.
I've experienced low back pain for over 15 years. I had back surgery when I was 26 and had difficulties recovering. The doctors at Midwest Spine and Nerve Center have given me a new lease on life. I am now able to enjoy an active, pain-free lifestyle.
Call Midwest Spine and Nerve Center now to schedule a no-obligation consultation to see if our progressive pain-relieving therapies are right for you.
Set summer in motion with the most electrifying Honda vehicles yet, like the CR-V and the Accord, both with available hybrid powertrains, designed to deliver more thrilling performance and more innovative tech. Make every adventure more electrifying with Honda, the most awarded brand in Car and Driver 10 Best history. Buy online, reserve from select dealers, or visit your local Honda dealer today.
Now's the time for cleaner indoor air with an air duct cleaning from Stanley Steamer. You've known us for carpet cleaning, but we've been cleaning air ducts for over 20 years. We do things the right way, cleaning your entire system. So if you need an air duct cleaning, call 1-800-STEAMER today.
You're watching News 3 Now at 6.
Welcome back. A 21-year-old member of the UW Marching Band has become the first student to sign a name, image, and likeness deal with Quick Trip.
Even though he isn't officially a UW athlete, our Catherine Merck shows us how his contract has set the tone for future student success.
Not to toot his own horn, William Hazeltine has signed a massive deal with a major brand.
I'm the first Quick Trip NIL partnership student.
If the Badgers are playing, he is too. Just maybe not in the way you'd expect.
I'm in the marching band. I play the mellophone.
Even though the marching band isn't technically a part of UW athletics, the company wanted to take a unique approach to its first NIL deal.
Looking at NIL partnerships, we really wanted to choose somebody who embodied the Midwest culture and Will really had the passion for Quick Trip.
You don't have to be an athlete to sign an NIL deal.
How a member of the marching band approaches things might be a little different than a student athlete.
But according to UW Athletics, a collaboration like this one proves that the 2021 decision to allow athletes to participate in NIL was fair for everyone.
At the end of the day, the objective is the same, and that's to utilize their name, image, and likeness to help advance the brand's goals and to earn compensation for that.
Kind of hope it helps pave the path for other students or other people in unique positions in different clubs.
So, without coming across as too brassy,
this guy is perfect. He needs to be our first NIL deal.
The noise Will is making will hopefully echo in other students' success.
It's not just the #1 star quarterback who can get a deal like this. It's anybody.
Reporting in Madison, I'm Catherine Merck, News 3 Now.
Capital Canines held its biggest fundraiser today since before the pandemic. The nonprofit hosted its first golf outing. This was at Lake Windsor Country Club. Capital Canine supports the expansion and maintenance of the Madison Police Canine Unit. We got to meet Canine Carl on News 3 Now this morning. Canine Carl is the eldest of the 8 canines on the Madison Police Canine Unit. Officer Dan Whipperforth says the canines wouldn't be able to do what they do every day without the support of the community.
This entire event's to sponsor our dogs through Capital Canines. Capital Canines pays for the dogs, the food, the vet care, equipment for them, the car we drive around in every day. And without Capital Canines, we wouldn't be here today.
And to learn more about how to support the Capital Canines nonprofit, just go to the story at channel3000.com. It'll be a hot one for anybody planning to be outdoors. And here's Gary with a look at your alert days that are in the forecast.
Yeah, dangerously hot for some people, especially people who are elderly or young people that just don't tolerate the heat well, or people that are in poor physical condition. We have first warned weather alert days in the forecast for Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. We could see high temperatures near 100 degrees for both Wednesday and Thursday. Last time we had 100 here in Madison was on July 6th of 2012. And heat index values could be as high as 110 degrees when you factor in the humidity. That is dangerously hot. You can start dealing with heat exhaustion and heat stroke very quickly if you're outside and those sorts of things. But again, that's for the next 3 days. And weather records are certainly in jeopardy. For tomorrow, the record high temperature for Madison is 94. I've got a forecast high of 91. Not going to worry about the record low for tonight because we'll be in the mid-60s, but we'll be in the mid-70s for tomorrow and upper 70s for Thursday. So we could also set records for warm overnight low temperatures. And the record high temperature for Wednesday is 98, and the record high temperature for Thursday also 98, and you can see we're going to be within a degree of that. So records could fall not only during the day but also for nighttime lows. And then we factor in the humidity. This is future track heat index values around 4 p.m. tomorrow. Mid-90s in Madison, not so bad to the north and east, but notice triple-digit heat indices. That's why there are excessive heat warnings already in effect out across the western portions of the area. Then we head into Wednesday. It's even worse. We're looking for heat index readings perhaps as high as 100 to 110 degrees in spots. You can see just a really hot day on Wednesday and Thursday, pretty much the same story. Heat index readings around 4 o'clock near 100 in Madison, in the triple digits out to the west. So again, if you can stay in air conditioning by any chance, do so, especially during the day. If you have elderly neighbors or friends that are more susceptible to the heat, please check on them. So we're dealing with the record heat. We're also dealing with the dangerously high heat index readings. The good news is the heat and humidity should break by the weekend, and we're looking for high temperatures to be back down in the mid-70s by Saturday. These are current temperatures. Pretty comfortable in Madison. 69 in Marshfield right now. Look what's happening just to our south and west. Triple-digit heat into Nebraska, mid-90s into Omaha and Kansas City. Look at the dew points out there. Mid-90s with dew point temperatures around 80 degrees. You factor those together, it feels like 116 in Omaha and 117 in Kansas City. That is just dangerously hot. Look for across Dane County, low of 64 in Brooklyn, 64 in Cottage Grove, 64 in Stoughton. Across the rest of southern Wisconsin overnight, 67 for the low in Prairie du Chien and 63 in Wautoma. Tomorrow, we're sunny. It's hot. It's more humid. High 91. Heat index Madison, probably 94 to 97. First warned 7 to 10 day forecast. Near 100 Wednesday and Thursday with heat index readings of 105 to 110 degrees at times. Friday, not as warm, still humid with a high of 85, maybe a thunderstorm chance Thursday and Friday night, and then look at the weekend. Mid-70s, around 80 for next week, much more comfortable weather on the way.
And coming up in sports, UW-Platteville's counting down the days until they kick off their season. How the Pioneers plan to take that next step as a program. That's next on News 3 Now.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
At Revamp, we transform your old beat-up concrete floor from this to this in one day. We grind down the concrete to open up the pores for a perfect bond. Then we repair all cracks and apply our base coat and chip and seal it with our polyaspartic top coat that will never chip, peel, or discolor. On top of all that, our coatings are ridiculously easy to clean and covered by our exclusive lifetime warranty. And right now, when you purchase your new concrete coating from any of our Revamp brands, you'll get 12 months, no interest, no payments, or 40% off the installation. And when you call during this program, you'll also get up to 10 carbon fiber concrete stitches free, which help reinforce cracks and stop them from spreading. A $350 value for free.
South Central Wisconsin homeowners, pick up the phone. Call 1-800-886-8411. That's 1-800-886-8411.
These are the faces that smile so wide at the friends and staff who were by their side. where life is lived with a feeling of pride on every bump of life's great ride that comes from the care that sweetens the air that lives in the house that angels built. Attic Angel Community, independent homes and 4 levels of assisted living built with the help of angels.
You got me.
Tag, you're it.
Imagine a world with no drama. For the guarantee of high-quality promotional items delivered on time, go to 4imprint.com.
4imprint, for certain.
When it's hot, all you want is some relief. Relief from the heat outside, relief from sleepless nights, and relief from big electric bills. Even your air conditioning unit needs some relief. So when you wrap your home with our premium injection foam, it's like putting your entire house in a cooler. It keeps the hot air out, the cool air in, and your electric bills lower. And right now, when we foam your walls, we'll insulate your attic for free.
USA Insulation.
You stepped up in a big way to donate school gear to local students who need it most.
Tomorrow, Josh is live at the Boys and Girls Club to capture Distribution Day excitement.
And we'll have an update on the heat this week. Join us tomorrow morning between 4:30 and 7.
With Phil Longo taking over the Wisconsin offense, the talk all offseason has been that the Badgers are going to throw the ball up and down the field. And while that might be true, they're still going to run the ball, especially when Agent Zero is in the backfield. Braylon Allen's coming off back-to-back 1,000-yard seasons and is expected to be a huge part of UW's offense. And today, the junior running back was named to the AP's preseason All-American second team. After a 5-5 first season leading UW Platteville football, Ryan Munns is expecting bigger things this season. Experience-wise, his team has it. The Pioneers returned 10 starters on defense and 9 starters on offense, so the foundation of the program's culture has already been built. Now it's about putting their heads down and working on that, taking that next step, because Platteville put themselves back on the map with some big wins in 2022.
Year 2 is definitely the hardest because there's a baseline, right? We did just enough to put ourselves on the map and get people saying, okay, something's changing over there. Now it's time to go, and we don't want to be a good team because that was 5-5 last year. We want to be a great team, and in order to be a great team, we have to do X, Y, and Z.
We're so good, man. Our defense, our offense, we're both flying around. The intensity's definitely stepped up. We've got a lot of guys coming back. We're really excited.
Platteville kicks off their season next Thursday night against Lakeland University in Plymouth, Wisconsin. The Pioneers won the last meeting between the two back in 2019 by 27 points. The Iowa football program announced that former Packer offensive lineman Brian Bulaga has been named this year's America Needs Farmers Wall of Honor recipient, which salutes former Hawkeye football players who exemplify the tenacity, work ethic, and character of the Iowa farmer. Bulaga, who spent 10 seasons in Green Bay, will be honored at Kinnick Stadium on October 21st. And in case you missed it over the weekend, former Madison Memorial standout Darius Fountain found the end zone against the team who drafted him in 2018. Fountain led the Bears in receiving with 5 catches for 86 yards and that touchdown. Good to see a local guy shine because he's been battling injuries. All he needs is a shot.
Hope he can stick with the Chicago Bears. Quick final check of the forecast.
Yeah, pretty comfortable out there. Don't get used to temperatures like this. 80 right now in Madison, but 86 in Bosqueville. Expect these temperatures to be about 10 degrees warmer this time tomorrow.
Gary, thank you. And thanks for joining us for News 3 Now at 6.
Have a great evening, and we'll see you back here at 10.